Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is June 21st, 2023. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report and Day Trader 500. I want to get our YouTube subscribers caught up with our newsletter subscribers. The monthly subscribers get receive reports every day. You can see the monthly subscription right there and the other subscription services we offer. Okay, by far the monthly is most popular. Put out reports virtually every day, sometimes more than once a day. But let's get you guys caught up. I think it's been about a week since we put out our report. So let's get to, let's skip right to yesterday's newsletter that went out to the monthly subscribers. And you can see, by the way, I won't be presenting at the Elliott Wave Hub. Unfortunately, I'm out for a couple weeks, but anyway, we look forward to doing the next one. Here was our upside and downside triggers and targets. We had a downside trigger here, upside trigger here, a move above this level. There were our targets, a move below this level, and there were our targets, okay? You can see the verbiage there, the upside trigger and targets listed here, and then the downside trigger and targets listed here, okay? And that's it for that. Let me get, we can skip right in and then we'll get the analysis. I'm going to show you guys today's pre-market. Skip right to the chase. That is not today's, that was yesterday's. My apologies. Here we go. Today's morning report, slightly after the open. Okay, downside target was achieved. You can see the line there marking it. Okay, so and then a move below the beginning of this 5-wave advance. This is a 10-minute chart. Confirms that trigger and the targets below. Again, we list them there. Okay, let's get into the analysis, and we're going to look at gold here, okay? This is a daily chart of gold. This goes back to, I think it's 2015. Let me look here. Yeah, 2015, and then we got a 1 up, a 2 down. And then we've got 3 up here, A down, B up, C down for wave 4, and there's a 5-wave advance. Our target, again, our trigger was the wave 3 high, okay, back in August of 2020, and the target is 2147. We needed a 5th wave high higher. We got a 5th wave high. This here top is 2075.14. This top is 2070, and this top is 2081. It's very possible that this is just wave 1 of 5. Then we'll get a 2 down. Here's our retracement targets for 2. You can see 1902 there. You can see 1847 and 1792, okay? Area of the previous 4th wave. So right in there between the 382 and the 618 would be a nice place for this thing to land. And that would be wave 1, this would be wave 2, and then we get 3, 4, 5 for the larger wave 5, and that should easily attain that target. This will be worth watching because this 5-wave advance obviously needs to be retraced first before we get another wave up. But that's where we are with gold. I think we wanted to look at the US 10-year treasury. Okay, there we go. And this is a little crowded. My apologies while I extrapolate that out, but we're in a very interesting place here. Okay, so we had 5 waves up from the year 2020 low. Okay, and we've got a correction. We've got an A down, a B up, and we'll see complete here. Okay, at the 3.253. C equals A, a little bit lower, and the 382 retracement of the entire 5-wave rise from the year 2020 low is a 2.810, and you can see it right there, okay? But what makes us believe or think that it won't get there is this price action from this low. We have 5 waves up for the larger wave 1. We've got an A down, a B up, and a C down for the larger wave 2. And then we've got a 1, 2, 3, and a 4 that is held below the wave 1 high. You can see it right there. And then 5 is coming. So far, 5 hasn't gone above wave 3, which is a minimum requirement. Okay, we'll put that 5 over there, but it's gotten so darn close. This high here is, let me move that down so I can see these a little better. That 3 there is 3.859. Here we have, let's get it on there, 3.849 and another 3.845. Okay, so this looks like it's developing. We'll see. We should get a 5 up here. Here's a perfect Fibonacci target around just under 4, 3.929 and 3 point. That's really hard to get on there. I think it's 3.938. Anyway, that's what we're looking at here. Of course, if this 4 is still in progress, it should remain above that wave 1 high, which is 3.532. Okay. Anyway, move down here brings this trigger 3.253 brings these lower targets into play. So far, so good. That's holding. And again, the upside trigger is huge. Okay, we get 5 waves up and a correction down, and so far we have a 1 and a 2, and we're just into wave 3. Excuse me. We get above 4.089. That brings a minimum wave 3 target, or 3 equals 1, at 7.286. So we can see rates exploding if we go above this wave 3 high. Of course, we'll get a 5, then we'll get an ABC correction, and down, up, down, and then off to the races in wave 3. So very interesting stuff there. Let's look at the S&P Cash 500. Got some interesting develops here. We haven't looked at this in a while. Again, we have an all-time high. We have a 1 down, 2 up, 3 down, 4 with an overlap, leading diagonal triangle in that August 16th high, and wave 5 down for the larger A intermediate degree with parentheses at the October low of last year. We've got an A up, a B down, and a C up, and a near 786 retracement, just fell short. But look at, this is a weekly chart. We had 7 weeks down for wave 1. Okay, that's Fibonacci 8 minus 1. 5 weeks up for wave 2. 11, that's a little bit of a stretch, but Fibonacci 8 plus 3 for wave 3. 9 up, 8 plus 1 for wave 4. 8 waves down here for the 5th wave. 16 waves up, Fibonacci 13 plus a Fibonacci 3. 5 waves down for B, and then 13 waves up for wave C, and there's the larger wave B, and it's just below the 786. So as far as time goes, that's pretty interesting, pretty close there with some Fibonacci multiples, if you will. Let's look a little closer. That's a weekly chart of the S&P. Here is a daily chart, and I want to get that all-time high. Let's knock that out. There we go. We can get everything in here. Okay. And there's the dates and prices. We got purple for the dates and some of the prices, and then the wave count. By the way, there's a few different ways to count this. I don't get into the WXY too often. It's basically the same as an ABC, but I think we have it on one of them to show you guys who like that WXY count. Okay. But here we've got an A up, a B down, and C up here. Okay, so far our actual high for wave C was on the 16th of June, which I think was a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And here it's come down off of that high. Here again, triggers and targets. We had this in place for quite some time. The 43.25 target of August 16th of last year. It finally breached it, and we're looking for that wave C of a smaller degree, wave C in parentheses of a larger degree, and a larger degree, wave B, to be topping here. And that higher target is where wave C. From the October low, there's wave A at 4,100. There's wave B at 3764. Wave C gains a 1.618 multiple at 4750. Okay, so that's it on the S&P daily. I want to get to the hourly here. And the main reason to show this is, now here's that ABC, A up, B down, C up, and that's breaking down into an ABC. Again, I want to show this primarily for the gaps, and let me move that up there and that down there, okay? So on this, that gap was closed a couple days ago, 43.38. It's another lower gap at 42.21. And another gap lower at 41.15 in the S&P cash. We'll see where this goes. At a minimum, this 5-wave advance should be corrected at a minimum. We'll get into that in more detail in the ES E-mini futures, which we'll get into. Let's see if we got the daily here. Here's the daily. This is very similar to the cash. I wanted to show you guys these triggers. This 43.2750 is equal to the 43.25 in the cash back on 8/16. We had that trigger sitting here for a while, and then we had targets up here. Then again, there's a gap at 42.98. We'll get into those gaps. Downside trigger on this daily chart is the 41.80 level right there. Wave A up. You can see the bears need to see a break of that to look for lower lows. It's a little ways away. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's the daily. Let's get this down to the hourly. This is a little crowded, but the main thing I want to show you guys on this is that that 3 waves down from the May 1st high to the May 4th low, and then it started going up. And right away we were like, well, we're going to get 5 waves up, no doubt about it, because we had 3 down. 3 is corrective, 5 is in the direction of the main trend. And sure enough, we did. We had a trigger here at the 4th wave low. Obvious triangle right there. We had a 1 up, a 2 down, 3 up, and a 4 down. We had another trigger here, and we got the first wave up. We got the second wave low. Again, a direct hit within a point of our target right there back on May 24th. Okay, I mean, we've got a couple different counts here. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 in black and a 5 at 44.93 to complete the larger wave 3, which would call for a 4th wave down, a correction of that 3rd wave, and the alternate in blue shows that's the one up there at 42.27 1/4. Wave 2 down here, it's a direct hit, and then 3 here at 43.05.75, 4, and then 5. Okay, so we'll see where this correction goes. You can see we've got a Fibonacci extension on this. I think that'll show a little better on the smaller degree of trend. This is hourly here, but you can see our wave 4 targets there. Okay, let's get this down to the smaller degree. Okay, here we are on the, I'll get rid of those guys there if I can. And remove and remove. And there we go. Oh, this is the hourly again that we zoomed in. You can see a little better picture of that. There's an open gap there. And there was that ABC wave 4. Okay, and then here is this advance here. So we're looking at 5 waves down here, and then a correction up, and then there's our targets. The next 3rd wave down gains equality at 43.61 1/4, and you can see those other Fibonacci. Maybe you can't, I'll call them out. We've got a 1.272 at 43.38.75, a 1.414 at 43.26.75, and a 1.618 at 43.09.75. And the correction of that 5 wave advance, you can see there are those targets. There they are right there, 43.48.50, 43.07, 43.03.75, and 42.59 is the 618. And that should be the low right there. There we go. And that'd be a nice place right there. You can see that's the previous 4th wave low. That would be a nice place for that correction if that is a 3 and looking for a 4 right there. Okay, that was another hourly chart. Let's get into the 10-minute chart. And here's those 2 triggers I showed you guys from our report from yesterday. This triggers a move lower at 42.29.50, a move up here, triggers a move to these targets. And you can see this is a 5 wave advance from this low here on June 14th. Okay, we got a 1 up, 2 down, the little black numbers, 3 up, 4 down, and a 5 at 44.93.75. Okay, this is developing the correction down from that high. Okay, a couple different ways to count it, but I like to measure them out in Fibonacci ratios or multiples. And this 1 down and 2 up was a very short correction, if you will. 3 gained equality with 1 right here, so we can call that a 3, that a 4. And let's put this over here to get a 5 target. And like I said, there's a couple ways to count that. As you can see, wave 4 high held below the wave 1 low. Okay, and 5 gains equality with 1 right here at 43.98.75. Again, wave 5, the minimum requirement for 5th wave is to go below the 3rd wave low, and it has done that. So we'll see how this goes. But This trigger here gives these targets here, the 44.29. We got that the other day. We show that in the report. And then confirmation of that, of these targets from that trigger, is to retrace 100% of this 5-wave advance, because second waves cannot retrace more than 100% of the first wave. So that becomes a very key level for the bears. The bulls, again, will move above this high, and here we go to these targets. I think we have that on the report from today. If I can get that out, 6:21 morning report. Here we go. Yeah, there's that same picture, the 10-minute bar. There we are there. You can see the trigger was activated yesterday. So again, that's that confirmation to retrace 100% of this 5-wave rise. So it peaked above that that trigger. That's not a big deal at all, but we'll see how this develops from here. Okay, we'll see if that high at 44.9375 was the end of that move and a larger degree of trend or not. Get these targets here. There's the upside trigger, and there's the targets, and there's the downside trigger, and there are those targets. And again, a move before 43.9350 brings those downside targets into play. Okay, that should get you guys caught up. And until next time, take care, everyone.